What's good, YouTube? This is Mr. Purple Zero back with another video, and yes, I'm hitting you with some online gameplay commentary from my league. And in this league, it's not my league, but it's one of my friends' league, M Gage. So if you're trying to get in this league, just hit him up with a message. He's on my friends list, M Gage. And basically, my team consists of Monte Ellis at the 1, but I just put him at the 1. I normally had him at the 2, but I just recently subbed out DJ Augustine and had him coming off the bench because he just wasn't performing so good in the game. So now I have DJ Augustine off the bench. I have Monte at my 2. I recently got Deshaun Stevenson from free agency, and like I said in my last video, I love Deshaun Stevenson because he's a beast in this game. He can shoot the three-pointer, he can shoot the mid-range shot, and he plays great, outstanding defense, on-ball defense. So I like Deshaun Stevenson. So I have him starting at my 2. At my 3, I got my boy T. Will. A lot of you know him from 2K11. He was a beast. He was a gimmick. You know, I called him Baby LeBron, but I like T. Will in real life, and I like him in the game. So, and that's one thing about my team, that when I draft a team, I like to get players I like. A lot of people get the players that are like the best players in their position, but I like to get the players I like and players I can use. So if I like you in real life, I'm going to try to get you on my team regardless of the fact of how you shoot or what you do. It's just because of the fact I like the player. At my 4, I got Chris Humphries. Now, a lot of people don't really like Chris Humphries. For some reason, he's getting booed a lot now everywhere he goes. I don't know why, because of the Kardashian show, whatever. I mean, I'm pretty sure he was the one that got dumped, but he's now getting booed everywhere he goes. But I like Chris Humphries, and that's my boy. He's a great rebounder, offensive rebounder, and a great defensive rebounder. And he has a good like inside game too. You know, if you give him a good pass, he will finish at the basket. You don't got to worry about him, you know, messing up the shot. But I just really have him out there for rebounds. And at my 5, I got my boy JaVale McGee. This boy is a beast. He's a straight monster. He's been a monster since 2K11. He's even more beastie in 2K12. This man can rebound. He can block shots. He can dunk the ball. He's just an overall beast. And if you don't have JaVale McGee, you don't know about him, just get to know him because he's great to pick up in a fantasy league. So let's get into this game right now. I mean, I started off good. I'm on a little run on this guy, and I take a bad shot with Monte Ellis, but overall, this game became really out of hand. So I don't have all of the footage for you, but I had to cut it up decently just to show you what was going on. But we really just got out of control with Monte Ellis and Deshaun Stevenson. We just started hitting a lot of threes. There it got cut off, but I hit a 3 over there and swagged it on him. As you can see, it's 17-7. And he has Kemba Walker at his 1. And Kemba Walker's a good player, a great player in this game. He's already good. And you can tell from when he came out of college that he was already born ready for the NBA. And I'm on this break. As you see, I take a 3 with Gary Neal. I like to do that on fast breaks, but I didn't come up with it. Like I said, Kemba Walker's been a beast in college. He's been just a player that is ready for the moment. He's born ready. Like he's ready. Monte Ellis dribble drive. I kick it out back to Monte, and I get a nice little lay me in one to the line for the nylon. And that's what I love Monte about. Monte is just a great slasher, great mid-range shooter. He can hit the three-point shot. He's just an overall monster. Monte Ellis is one of my favorite players in the NBA. I like Stephen Curry too, but I wasn't able to draft him. Like, I actually wasn't even able to draft my team. I wasn't at the draft, but I did set my short list, and I punched that shot. I did set my short list, but that's one thing you can do. If you're in a draft, you're not be able to get there in time. Just set up your list, and the computer will try to draft most of the players that you wanted, so you will be able to get a decent team. As we get back into this game, you know, it's 20-9. It's looking ugly right now. He's not shooting too good, and that's what's up. I mean, I'm playing man defense right now mostly, but later he's gonna start to come back. So I noticed that he switches to a 1-3-1, so I had to switch it back to a 1-3-1 on him, and we're gonna just see the battle of 1-3-1s. Whose 1-3-1 is better? But right now I'm just staying in the man defense because it's working right now. You see, he's almost coughing up the ball. I got him really working for everything he's trying to get. I also have Bargnani, if you see him out there, but he comes off the bench. I mean, I don't really like him that much because of the fact that he doesn't play that good of a defense and he can't really rebound the ball. But the fact that he can't hit shots is a good plus. But so I like him coming off the bench, and he can finish around the basket. Score is 22-9 right now, and he's been trying to go hand with Maggette and Kemba Walker, but I'm just doing my best to lock that up and, you know, keep everything at a minimum. As you see, a little chest bump by Monte getting into the game, and right now I'm about to put in Bargnani, and I put in Deshaun Stevenson back in the game because Deshaun Stevenson keeps my defense and everything settled, because you know Monte is not a great defender. Terrence Williams can play good defense. Chris Humphries is not the best defender, and so isn't Bargnani. But when you have JaVale McGee down there, and you have Deshaun Stevenson on your 2 and Terrence Williams at the wing, that's great defense right there. That's quick, they're fast, that's a lot of defense. And Monte's at the 1, so there goes my scoring. So as you see, it may not be the best team on paper, but if you look at overall what everybody does and what they do for their positions, it's actually a good roster and a good team. And that's what you got to do when you draft your team. You can't get caught up with the ratings. A lot of people get caught up with ratings. Oh, this guy's an 85. This guy's a 92. This guy's a 73. It doesn't even matter what the ratings are. I don't really care about ratings. What ratings do matter is for what I'm trying to do. So if I want a 2 guard that can shoot the 3, I'm going to check out his 3 ball. If he's his overall 60, I don't care that he's overall 60. What I care about is, can he do what I want him to do? If you want to rebound it, can that guy rebound when you need him to rebound? Can he rebound all the time? Like, you have to know what position you want and what they can do at that position. And you don't want to go out there and try to get a player just because of his rating. You know, it's one thing to want LeBron, but you know, can he kill? Can you do what you want to do with LeBron from the style, the way you play ball? You know, can you get Richard Jefferson? You want him just for dunks, or do you want him to shoot the 3 ball? You got to know the player of what you want and what you want to do with him. Draft a player because you like him and because of his certain ability of what he can bring to you and bring for your team. But don't draft a player just because of his overall is an 85 or his overall 90, or this guy is a 60, so you don't think he's too good. And I splash a 3 right there with Monte. And that's one thing you got to do. I realize all my players' hot spots. I know where I can go on the court with them, where I can shoot with them. There's times in this game and in a lot of games where I take a lot of bad shots, and I can admit that. I take bad shots, but in the end, I make up for it on defense. Scores 25-14 right now, and we're doing good so far in this league game. My record in this league right now is probably 9-6. After this game, probably 10-6 or something like that. And the reason for all those losses is the fact I have one legit loss, but the reason for all those losses is the fact that I wasn't able to play my games. And if you know this new system now with the online associations, the league advances every day. Well, not every, yeah, actually every day or so, every 2 days, depending on what your settings are. There's normal, there's fast, and there's slow. But the league advances, and if you don't play your games, the game will get simulated. So you have to try to play your games. And I swag a mid-range jump shot with my boy Deshaun Stevenson. But yeah, you have to play your games and try to, you know, play them at a decent time. What it does is, which is good, is like I have an 82 game schedule, so I'm gonna miss some games. You know, you can't always be online on time. Everybody's not always gonna be live. So what you want to do is have a good 82 game system and try to play as much as games you can. But some games will get simulated, but it won't really hurt your record if you got an 82 games schedule going. But if you have like a 10 game schedule, then, you know, 20 game schedule, then yeah, if you get your games get simmed, it's gonna hurt you. So you can't really afford to miss games. But an 82 game schedule, you can't afford to miss some games. And right now it's second quarter, score is 32-22, and it looks like it's pretty close right now. But later on, you're gonna see it gets crazy as I put in the Morris brother, and I keep Deshaun Stevenson out there for my lockdown defense. But I like I said in the last video, I like this Morris dude right here because he can shoot that mid-range shot, he can grab boards, and he plays decent defense. And he's just a good person to put in off the bench. He's a rookie, by the way, too, and he's just a good person to put in off the bench. And what I tried to do on this game is just get a lot of fast breaks and boom, I get that slam dunk in one on that man. Man, somebody tell him to play some defense, because Terrence Williams will do that to you all day long. All day long. Him and Monte Ellis, they are monsters on the break. And you just really want to get in front of them. You just want to get in front of them because they will kill you on the fast break. But basically, I just tried to push the tempo like I always do in every game. I push the tempo and I make them play my kind of style of basketball, because, you know, you want them to play your game. You don't want to play their game. If they're slow and you're fast, you want to go fast. You don't want them to play slow. And if you're slow and they're fast, you want to make them slow down. But at the end of the day, it is all going to come down to defense. You know, if you're playing good defense, everything is going to fall into place. If you're not playing good defense, it's going to be a rough and long game, and you're going to struggle. But if you got good offense, I mean, you're going to struggle, but at least you'll still be in the game. But if your offense is suspect, then you're in for a long one. score is 41-28. I'm bringing it up with Monte Ellis. And I'm looking around and I get straight to the cup. You know, you got to stay in front of Monte. Monte is a speed demon. And he is so fast and so quick. And one move, he doesn't even need a bunch of crossovers. He just needs a little step by you and he will blow by you. So if you don't have that center in position ready to punch a shot or somebody to contest it, that's a dunk or a layup every time. And that's what Monte Ellis is known for, his speed and quickness to the basket. I take a bad shot with the Morris right there. And I get the rebound. That's another thing. Rebounds are a real killer in this game. You can get a lot of offensive rebounds, and it really saves you. And like, if you're on the bad opposite end of these rebounds, like that three, then it hurts you, and it's real messed up. Dunk me, and you want to try to get rebounds because rebounding is key. And rebounders will hurt a team that is losing, and you can't get a rebound. It's just very frustrating, and it just causes people to quit and give up because it's like, I can't get this rebound. This game is trash. Like, what kind of game did they build? But you know, you just gotta position your players right, and you gotta user it a lot. A lot of people don't user their rebounds or try to get their own rebounds. But if you try to get your own rebounds and you box out using the left trigger, you'll get the rebounds. You know, you'll get a lot of more offensive boards. You'll get a lot more putbacks. You'll get a lot of more second chance points, and that's key to this game: rebounding and defense. Offense comes, everybody can almost score. Everybody gets offense, but you only separate yourself when you play good defense. You know, that separates the game from most people that win most games and people that lose games. Is playing good defense and rebounding the basketball. I mean, free throws and all that come a part of it, but you know, you'll hit your free throws. They're easy enough mostly with some players. Even players that don't shoot good free throws in real life can hit good free throws in the game. For some reason, they gave them a good, decent, solid form to shoot with. As you can see now, the score is 53-36, and it's just really getting crazy. And I'm just getting to the basket every time with Monte. I mean, I don't finish every time, but I'm getting to the basket at will when I want to. And that's what caused me to get a lot of fouls and go to the free throw line and a lot of N1 plays. And it's about to head to the fourth quarter soon, and I got a nice lead. And you see the score is 78-45. I had to skip through a lot of parts because, you know, I didn't want to show the complete massacre of this game. It was just going to get dragged out, and it was just a lot of me taking free throws and getting a lot of easy points. And that's one thing you can't do, is when somebody's scoring on you and the game is getting out of hand, you can't get discouraged. Monte Ellis has 34 right now. You can't get discouraged. I mean, it's 80-45 right now, but this guy really got discouraged, and he was kind of raging in the party. But you know, I wasn't really talking reckless. There's nothing to talk reckless about. A win is a win. You know, you move on. It's an 82-game season, so it's nothing to really get happy about. I'm more of a guy that's ready to go for the playoffs. Like when it's playoff time, I'm ready to play that kind of basketball. I mean, I'm trying to get my wins during the regular season, but I'm really worried about the playoffs and performing when it counts, because you don't want to pull a LeBron in the fourth quarter and not be clutch, not to take a shot at LeBron, but you know what I mean when I say that. It's time for him to step up this season and get some rings. You know, get a ring, get something on his finger, because you know, it's one thing everybody's talking reckless about him, but it's time to step up, LeBron. It's time to do your thing. The time is now. The Heat are looking real good. I mean, they had a little scared last night against the Bobcats, surprisingly. But D Wade was clutch and he hit a game-winning backboard shot. And, you know, LeBron and all of them was hyped. And has anyone noticed there's a lot of trouble right now going down in OKC? And I'm not liking the way this is looking right now, because Westbrook and Durant, that is my boy. Those are my young guns right there. And I don't like to see them arguing like that. I mean, it's cool for them to argue, but you see what happens with the media. They take everything out of proportion, and they make it seem like it's way crazier than it is. Now, good players on good teams, Shaq and Kobe, everybody, people, you argue, you know, it's going to happen, but you can see, like, the way the media is taking it, it's not looking too good, and I just hope that it doesn't lead to Westbrook getting traded or nothing like that, or nothing crazy like that. I just hope they can keep that together, because they're a young basketball team, and Westbrook and Durant have bright futures ahead of them, so you want to see that those two stay together and hopefully put up, you know, records for the most, you know, assists to each other and dunks and scoring and all that kind of stuff, and hopefully eventually get a chip along the way. But as you can see, this game, I'm about to hit 100 on this man. This game got crazy, and I mean crazy. It got crazy. I got Monte Ellis. He's almost in the 30-something points. Deshaun Stevenson has about 20-something points right now, all up a good mid-range and three-point shots. Look at him, he's jumping like a fool, jump. But I mess up right here and I get my stuff punched. It's all good though. We got a nice little comfortable lead. And you know, I just hope everybody enjoyed this video. You know, let me know what your feedback, any thoughts, anything else you want to see. I'm trying to upload gameplay more frequently, but I'm also trying to make sure the quality is good and make sure the commentary's good money, as I just swagged that 3 with Sean Stevenson. So I hope you enjoy the game, and this is Mr. Purple Zero, and I'm a holler. Oh man, Mike wasn't even on. It's over.
Oh,
Done.
When a team spreads you out like they do.